When I was a kid, my dad had a saying he repeated again and again. He said, "Opportunity reveals character." What he meant was you don't develop character in a crisis, you discover character. So today we talked about the character of being turned outward on other people using two stories, one from the Old Testament, one from the New, both involving shepherds, both with the question, where shall we find food for these people to eat? We talked about how God is turning the hearts of people right now in this crisis outward onto others, and that's what our country is looking for. In the day of Moses, in the day of Jesus, what people wanted was food. And I'm sensing what they want now in our country is more than food. So we offered hope. We talked about love, giving people love, caring for them more than we care for ourselves. We talked about grace, giving people second, third, fourth chances, giving understanding when things aren't going well, instead of picking at our leaders, being more humble and gracious toward our leaders. Now, you can't do this with everyone. So I recommend that each one of us look around us at the people already in our lives who already come to us for one thing or another, and try to identify between 3 and 12 people. 12's all you can handle. 3 to 5 is probably closer to the number. And then write their names down. Take that list with you tomorrow morning when you pray, and ask God, what do you want to be true of this person after this crisis is over? A few words may come to mind. You may write down more patient, more courageous, stronger, more resourceful. And as those things come to mind, write them behind each name. Begin to pray that God will use this crisis to bring those virtues and values into that person's life. Then, when you continue reading or watching or seeing things during the week, if something arises and you think it might encourage them or feed their spirits, send them the link or send them a text or an email or even a handwritten note, and let them know that you were praying about them and then you ran into this and you thought it might be a really big help. Finally, if you notice that they start to wander, they start to maybe drop off the radar a little bit, they appear threatened or invisible or hurt or wounded, pick up the phone and call them and ask them, what's going on in your life? I was praying about you this morning, and is there something specifically I can pray for? In most cases, over about the next 4 to 5 minutes, you'll identify things, new things that you weren't praying for, that you can now add to your list. And in this way, God multiplies not only the food, but He multiplies the shepherds who share that food. Wherever you work, wherever you live, where you're going tonight, you are a shepherd after God's own heart. You're the person He's put in the midst of sheep without a shepherd. And this is your moment. As I pray for you and you pray for them, God will bring more people to Himself.